everybody, thank you so much for popping over and having a look at my little channel. If you like what you see today and you think you might want to have a look at some more of my videos, please like and subscribe at the end, and I would really appreciate it because I'm really giving it a red hot shot this time. I plan on sticking around and doing at least 2 videos a week. So what I'm doing here today is a rainbow layout, which I've never done in my 20 years, which I cannot believe. I've never done a rainbow layout. Anyway, this is actually my second attempt, I'll be truthful. The first one that I did, I used watercolours. Now, as you can see, I'm using an airbrush because I own it, so why not? Instead of using the one that I saw and got inspiration from, which I wish I could remember who it was, I'm so sorry. I was watching videos while I was doing something else and I saw it and it gave me the inspiration, but I didn't like it, so now I can't find it. But anybody that's ever done a rainbow layout, take credit for inspiring me, please. So what I decided to do was do this and do a cut file, and I found a cut file that I absolutely love, and it's called Craftermath, and it's from the Confessions of a Paper Addict Etsy shop, and I absolutely love it. It's called Craftermath, and it explains what is going on in my craft room at the moment. So I took a couple of photos, a before and a semi after. What I'm doing at the moment in my craft room is, instead of buying my storage, I'm making my storage. And it is turning out so good. If anyone's interested, let me know, and I might do, when I get a little bit further down the track and I've got a few more containers made, I'll maybe do a little bit of a show you around my room. So what I did there, I used lemon yellow because I wanted the really bright yellow. Problem with that was it was a bit too transparent for me. What I want to do in my head is, like the watercolors that I used on the previous attempt, it was too transparent. I actually want to back the math part of my cut file with the part of the rainbow. So I wanted it to be more opaque. So I've gone back over the lemon with a medium yellow. And the paints that I'm using are Montmart, and they're called Dimension Acrylics. I've got the whole set. I got mine from Kaiser Craft, and I got them when they were 50% off. So they only cost me $33 for 64 paints, which was unheard of in the craft world. We all know when you see a bargain like that, you grab it. And so glad I did, because I love these paints. They actually have a really good dimension to them. It's like they already have texture paste in them, and you can sort of build them up, but it dries. It's so good. I love it. Can we just all take a moment to appreciate how bright that green is? I just love it. I was in such a bright mood when I was doing this. It was awesome. I absolutely loved it. So what else can I tell you? I'm planning here on my little channel. I'm trying super hard to learn how to do creative thumbnails and creative YouTube videos, and hopefully I sound enthusiastic, because I am. I tried this about 3 years ago. Unfortunately, I ran into some ill health. I'm back, and I would love nothing more than to find some creative people, creative, like-minded people to communicate with and enjoy videos with and draw inspiration from and give inspiration to. That's what I want to do. Not to sound cheesy, not to be pathetic, but that's what I want. That's what I want to do. Pathetic was a bit of a stretch. Come on. So what I'm doing here, I absolutely love this blue. This blue was so bright. It looks bright here, but it was even more bright. It's even brighter in real, more bright. What is that about? Seriously, I cannot speak today. Okay, so this is the violet colour, and like the lemon, it was a little bit too water. It wasn't that it was watery, more watery. It's just more transparent. So I tried really hard to, because if you can see the paper next to me, I want it to be a little bit darker than that so it doesn't just blend into it. So I gave it a try and I got rid of the violet and I decided to use purple, the really dark. I thought it'd be too dark, but it actually is much more opaque and it's perfect. Sorry, I needed to have a drink. Okay, so I am speeding this up, so we nearly finished the paint part. And then voila. Okay, so now we're over to the scrapping part, the other fun bit. I just absolutely love this layout. I love it. It's so good. I love it. It's actually on my wall because I hang my 12 by 12s when I do one that I love like this. It's nice, it's bright, I don't know, there's just something about it. I absolutely love it. So this one went straight up on my wall. It's not going in a book for quite some time. So the paper that the cardstock that I'm using is from the DCWV paper pack called Rainbow Splash. For my Aussie people, I got it from Spotlight. So I have had it for a while. I'm not sure if you can still get it, but it's got super, super bright colours in it, and there's a heap of silver foiling and gold foiling, and it's just, oh, I love it. I can actually get stuck sometimes and do 3 or 4 layouts in a row out of the same paper pad. I won't do that to you though. I'll video them. I make sure my videos now are more purposeful. I don't just go, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one. So now I'm doing this looks really slow because I really was going slow. Still getting used to my tape runner. I absolutely love this one. I got mine from Craft Online. It is so good. I love that tape gun. So what I do here, and this is something that I've learnt through making my mini albums, you need to get the air out under your tape. So when you're scrapbooking or when you're making a mini album, when you put the tape down, sometimes when you go back to your albums in years to come, things have fallen off. Well, this is why. Because it's not that the tape is, okay, sometimes it could be the tape, but most of the time, especially here in Australia, the heat dries out the tape where there's a little bit of air under it, and it continues to dry out the tape. So if you run your, that's my, I can't even think what it's called now. I've gone blank. You can see it. Yell at me. Tell me what it is. I've gone blank. I cannot think what it's called. Okay, anyway, that white tool, I just run that over it and pop it out. I don't make you watch all of raising up the Cutfile. Oh, gee whiz. My words have left me. I'm sorry. I promise I'll come back to you. So I had some fun foam behind only the word crafter, because I want Marth to be backed on top of the paint. So it's like it's sitting on top of the paint. I love it. Absolutely love it. So you can get this Cutfile in the Confessions of a Paper Addict Etsy site, and it's still there. It's still available. It's fantastic. There's some amazing cut files on that website, on that Etsy site. do we call it a website, or do we call it well, it's an Etsy shop. It's not really, Etsy's a website. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so from this point on, I just go around with my art glitter glue. We all know there's no glitter in it. It's fantastic. It holds down anything. Art glitter glue will hold anything from metal to wood to paper on glossy paint that I've just done here. There is a bit of a sheen to this paint when it's done. So what I'm actually scrapbooking, as I said before, I'm making my own storage. So, oh, hang on. I just have to put the center in my A. So I just pop the A back in so it's straight and lined up. And then I use my tweezers, pop it in, glue it down, and then remove it so it's perfectly in the right spot. I do that for all my lettering. Okay, so the photos that I'm actually double mounting them. All these papers are out of the Rainbow Splash collection. So the photos that I'm putting on here, it's basically a before and after. I was getting really overwhelmed in my crafting space because every time I bought a container, it was a little bit too narrow or a little bit too wide or a little bit too deep or it was doing my head in. I ended up watching a video, and I can't remember her name. I will look it up. Her name, Sam, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. If I will go and find it, and I will put it in the description. She showed how to make using chipboard and covering it. I just raised this one up just to let you know. So what she did, she used chipboard, she cut it all down, she glued it all together with this extra, like it made the best on-desk system that you can adjust for yourself. I've gone ahead, I've made a couple of these, as well as now I've decided to go ahead and create my own storage systems literally using chipboard glue, covering them in my own papers that I love, that are nice and bright, and it's so much better. I can actually see what's in there, and it fits the storage space that I'm using, because I haven't gone out and bought, IKEA units or anything like that. I actually craft, for the Aussies that watch me, I actually craft on one of those Bunnings plastic tables. You know those big, they're like, I think they're 5 foot long, something like that. And they've just got the brown legs that you lock in. That's what I use. So, and I've just covered my table in really good quality contact, and I think it's supposed to be wall adhesive or something, and it just it's perfect. So I don't like going and spending lots of money on storage, etc. I want to spend that on my craft supplies. So that's what I did. So now what you can see that I'm doing, and again, I don't make you watch me put every single butterfly. I fussy cut these butterflies off one of the 12 by 12 pages that was in the Rainbow Splash collection, because it all coordinated beautifully. So I cut these butterflies out, and they're all a little bit different. And then what I do is I get some Stickles, and I use Diamond, and I literally just reminded myself, that's right, I know how I do this again. Put a blob of it down, it's so much easier and it's so much quicker. And so I've just folded the little butterflies up a little bit, gives it dimension. I'm not worried when this goes into my album if these butterflies get squashed down a little bit flatter. That doesn't concern me at all. I like the dimension. I like them when they have dimension, and I like them when they're flat. So for me, it's either or. So I'm just doing colour on colour, tone on tone, pretty much I love butterflies. I love dragonflies more than I love butterflies, but dragonflies aren't the most popular thing when it comes to scrapbooking stuff, but I have been looking for some more dragonfly things. I think I might get myself a couple of dies because I prefer to use dragonflies over butterflies. Although I seem to be using a lot of butterflies lately. So apologies if you have an issue with moths or butterflies or flying things. I know there are some people that do have issues like that. And, well, I shouldn't say issues, but I know there's things I don't like too. Snakes. I'm not a snake fan. Although once I did make an awesome snake cake. It was a birthday cake. My girlfriend and I made it. And it was for her daughter's birthday. And it was fantastic. It was unbelievable. And that's when I used my air gun, believe it or not. And we sprayed it, and it was awesome. It's actually on my Facebook page if you want to jump over and have a look on. It's just karren.carr on Facebook. I've got 2 R's in Karen and 2 R's in car. So if you want to go over and have a look at that cake, it's so good. I've actually got all my cakes on there. But if you want some cake inspiration. So I just put all these on here, and then I put a little bit of glitter. And I didn't even journal on this because it doesn't need it. You can tell. It's a craft and math situation. There's just craft literally falling off the shelves, and then it becomes heavenly and organized. Woohoo! I love it. Absolutely love it. So, I guess I thought I sped this up a lot, but clearly I didn't. But do you know, I still can't think of what that white tool's called. It's a Teflon bone folder. That's what it is. Teflon bone folder. And, geez, that's been frustrating me. That's why I've been a bit vague. I've been trying to figure out what it is. Do you do that? Please tell me you do that. It does my head in. I can't handle it. If I can't think of something off the top of my head, bugs me so badly. Okay. And the reason I use the Teflon one is because when you use it on black cardstock, it doesn't leave a shiny mark. Whereas if you use a plastic one, it does. Just FYI. In comes the Stickles. Okay, so again, I don't make you watch all of this bit. I believe I sped this up. I hope I sped this up. So if you're still here, listening to my ramblings, please, I would really appreciate you subscribing. It will help me out a lot. If you like the video, that would also help me out a lot. I'm really trying to get myself out there a little bit more. I'm going to be posting 2 videos a week. I'm trying to work on a bit of a system where I create the 2 videos and then I edit them by a Friday and then hopefully have them up Friday, if not Saturday. So today there'll be 2 videos go up, and that'll be the 2 for this week. I'm pretty sure I need to work out a better system where one comes out on a Friday and then one comes out another day. Let me know. What do you think? Would you prefer to have a couple of new ones in one hit or separately? Or does it even matter to you? As long as they're coming up, if you hit that notification bell, when I put one up, you'll get notified. So that's what I'm going to suggest you do. So this is fast forwarded. I thought it was nearly done, but anyway. So I'm about to give you some close-ups after I get through all these butterflies. You know, I didn't think there was many on here. I thought it looked like it needed more. But now I'm watching all the glitter. Oh, I think it's enough. Okay, skip. Right, there we go. Woohoo! And here are my close-ups. So if you like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Leave me a comment if you would like. That would help me with the algorithm in YouTube. If you can, that would be amazing. And I will be back with another video real soon. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.